if you like speed and power and you like RC cars, I reckon you're gonna like this. This is the SR1 from Scorched. This is the beta version, or the beta version. It's one of 10 beta versions. There will be a full production model. At the time of making this video, you can't buy it. It was made to go fast on an airfield. That is its sole purpose, to go fast on a super smooth runway. And if you're not in the UK, you've probably got super smooth roads you can run it on, but for us that's not really a thing.
It looks like a third world country in the middle of the jungle or something, but no, this is literally a road in Cheshire in the UK.
Now in this video, not only are you being treated to seeing my one, you're going to be treated to seeing, I think, another 5 or 6 of the 10, and that is because I'm going to Rossa next week, and a few of the guys that are going there have also got these. So designed and built by Scorched Parts in the UK. Some of you may be very familiar with Scorched Parts. A full carbon fibre chassis, 3D printed bits, machined alloy bits, open gears on the back there. It's rear wheel drive. And like I said, it's just designed to go fast. Designed and built in the UK. He's already had his prototype version over 200 miles an hour. You're not going to see mine do more than 200 in this video, but we might see some of the others do over 200. And there's a reason mine's not going to be going over 200, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So like I said, this is a beta version, so I don't know what the final version is going to look like. It will be very similar to this. There will be some very slight changes and stuff. And for us that have bought these as the first 10, it's a bit of a test as well, so we can give our feedback, and there'll probably be some slight design changes based on that. And then the full production version, well, it should be a finely tuned, very fast Airfield Racer. So it comes pre-assembled like this. You get a set of wheels. These are Contact RC. These are standard width, but they've been trued down to I think 97 or 96 mil at the back, and the fronts are the same, except they have been trimmed down to I think that's 28 mil. It is 2-wheel drive, so we don't need big fat ones at the front slowing it down, and it just gives a bit more clearance for steering. Set of wings and then hardware to go with that. It comes with this body, which is 3 mil, so it's pretty rigid. Doesn't come with a top brace, but once this is all bolted on with the Zeus fasteners, kind of gives it that rigidity. Well, that's what it's meant to do. So like I said, comes pre-assembled. All you have to do is add your electronics and, well, it's ready to go. Now, the reason I said mine isn't going to do 200 mile an hour is because I want to do a little bit of a test with mine first. Obviously, I do want it to go really fast, but I want to do a little test. This is a stock ESC and a stock motor from Spectrum. It's the 160 amp 8S ESC that you find in, like, I think it's in like the Outcast 8S and stuff like that. And the motor is a 1250 kV, and this is out of the Losi Super Baja array, I believe. And the reason I want to test it is because I did a video a little while ago of making a ready-to-run Limitless, and now you can buy a ready-to-run Limitless, but at the time you couldn't. So I put the electronics in the Limitless roller that they recommend to see if I could get it to over 100 mile an hour to make it, well, the new world's fastest ready-to-run RC car, and I did. Yeah, it's going a bit better now. Still cutting out though, still cutting out right on the top end. There you go, 107. And even though I did get it to over 100, it just kept cutting out. The electronics were struggling to push it to that speed. My theory is that this being 2-wheel drive, it's lighter, it's probably more aerodynamic. I want to see what a standard set of electronics will do in something that's, well, purely designed just to go really fast. I guess it's a kind of little science project. Right, first thing I want to do is just get the wheels on so we can sit it on the table. Then we'll get the electronics in, and then the servo, and well, it's going to be pretty much ready to go, isn't it? You'll notice there's no suspension. Designed for super smooth surfaces, you don't really need suspension. A lot of the guys actually that run the 1/7 scales and stuff, they lock the shocks out. So it's completely rigid. You'll get a little bit of give in the tyres. You'll also get a little bit of give in the chassis. Considering the test version has done over 200 mile an hour on a runway, I think that kind of quantifies the decision to not need suspension. It's Friday and I just said a big word like quantify. Anyway, I've already made sure this all fits. This has got the Scorched rotor lock system on it, which is really good. I run it on all my speed cars. You can really fine tune the mesh. So before we get the motor in, I thought I'd actually take it apart and show you what's underneath. So the way that this has been designed and built is, if it doesn't need it, it's not on here. There's nothing wasted. Everything has a function, and there's nothing here that is not required, if you know what I mean. So a very basic setup. It doesn't come with a spur gear. We'll talk about this in a minute, but it doesn't come with a spur gear. All the gearing you have to decide yourself. The only thing it comes with is a crown and pinion for your, well, it's not really a diff, is it, but for your rear axle. So I've got a 41 tooth spur on there, and what you'll see here, that is a 43 tooth. This is acting like a flywheel. During the testing, Dave worked out that with a flywheel, when the motor's spinning in that direction, when you've got a bit more weight spinning in the opposite direction, it just keeps it a little bit more stable, stops it like torque twisting. You don't have to run it with one, but he's proved that it does help, so I'm going to run it 43, and that's a 41. It's also a good place to hold a spare gear, isn't it? If I want to swap it and go slightly bigger, I can just swap them round. So really easy to take apart, really easy to put back together, and it all runs nice. Beautiful. That's all in there. The armour pinions are quite fat, so I've taken just a tiny bit of material off the inner arch there. So now nice and smooth. Well, I say smooth, they're all open gears, so it's quite noisy. I've got a low profile servo coming. You don't have to fit a low profile one, but it just neans it up. I'm in a messenger group with all the people that have bought this, and the low profile servo is the preferred one. So I'm just waiting for that. I can put all that in. I've changed the straps for these ones, another recommendation. Comes with battery straps, but they're quite thin. These are real heavy duty ones, and they're tried and tested. So while I wait for the servo, I'm going to get the body prepped and painted. And as you probably would have seen by the thumbnail, we're going for a nice iconic paint job. Well, it's been a few days, but the servo has finally arrived. Sits really nice in there, that low profile. Decent servos these as well. AGF RC, let's get it out of the reflection. There's all the specs there. So everything up front here, receiver, powered by a little LiPo. That's kind of a safety feature. If you blow a battery or ESC, this should still give you signal and steering to try and, well, avoid the grass mostly. So we got steering, perfect pass gyro down there. During the testing, Dave at Scorched tried it with and without a gyro, and he found with a gyro it just gave it a little bit more stability. So I've used this perfect pass one before, and it's really nice and smooth, really nice and sensitive. Even just, I don't know if you can see it, but even just tiny movements, very small movements on the servo. Just got a 4S plugged in at the moment, but I'm going to run this thing 8S. Open gears, so it's quite loud. We're ready to go, right. Anyway, let me show you the body. Dun, dun, dun. What do you think? I wanted to get these colours incorporated obviously with the City Turbo, my logo, so we've got that style with the number 4. Couldn't get the right font, but we got the number 4 on there. Little bit of self-promotion there. We've got the Scorched Parts logo, we've got SR1 up on the tail there, and then I've put V1B, version 1 beta. So we've gone for the logo vibes, but I think because I put that clear window in the front for a light, I think it kind of looks a little bit like a, I don't know, a spacecraft or something like that. Or, I don't know, like an aeroplane. I think it looks really good. The idea behind this bit, you've got the blue and red stripe, and then you've got the blue, red, blue. So that's what I've gone for there with the blue, red, blue. But yeah. Let's go to Rosser, let's have a look at everyone else's. The weather isn't looking great at the moment, but I'd like to try and get at least a single pass I just want to see this thing going down the runway. It looks so cool. Anyway, I will see you on that runway. Right, let's try and get this thing going straight. First run. Oh, it goes straight already. What? Turning circle of a boat. It is so windy. Oh, full throttle 4S. Dialed. Good quick test. Ready for 8S now. Another SR1. How many is that now? 4? And another SR1. That must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I've counted so far, I think. And obviously Rob's going all in. Yep. 12S full send. Definitely the geared for the fastest here, I reckon.
You'll know.
12S, next one. Coming in relatively hot. Oh, well saved. Well saved, but lost a lot of speed. Right, watching everyone else with their SR1s. It's finally time to give this thing a little shakedown on 8S. Right then, come on. So the others are struggling a bit with it, but I've got the gyro set to 30%. We'll see what we can do on 8S with this stock system. I'm hoping for about 105, maybe a bit more, but we shall see. Let's get it up there, trim it up while we're going. 62 8S. Am I good?
Yeah, you're all right.
I don't know if it cut or not, but...
125.
What? $125? No way. Oh, why? Oh, come on. Stop. Come on, reset. Right. Stop. 126 stock Armour electronics. That's 20 mile an hour faster than I got with a limitless on this system. Right then, let's see what this does with some heavier gearing. Right, 62 8S.
62 and 8S.
Everything's done, all checks done. We're all good. GPS set. Oh look, the sun's reflecting off it. I can see it glistening.
Yeah, you're clear to go.
Clear to go. Let me just dual rate down. That was a nice run. What was it?
132.
132?
Yeah, nice.
On stock Armour electronics. Yeah. Well, that proves the system, doesn't it? That it's very efficient at going fast. 130 something. 132. So there we go. We proved my theory, and I know a lot of you are probably thinking, well, it was obvious it was going to go faster. But anyway, over 130 miles an hour on exactly the same electronics that were in the Limitless that I only got 107. Now there is one thing that I completely dismissed or completely overlooked until halfway through doing this video. I was using 2 of these CNHL lipos. They're 4S, but they're high voltage 4S. So they got a little bit more voltage than standard 4S lipos. More volts generally means more speed, but the fact that this done over 130 and didn't cut means that I could have gone faster. I ran out of time and I ran out of gears, but I reckon this would be good for 140 with them batteries. So even if you take like 10% off the speed just for the batteries, that's still close to 130 mile an hour. With the same system as I put in that Limitless. So for me, proof of concept, the SR1 is going to be very fast with not as much power as some of the other stuff out there. A few of the guys did have issues. I think a lot of it was down to trying to run big power through just these rear wheels. And what we all did notice is you need to get it up to, I don't know, I'm just gonna take a random guess, maybe like 60, 70 mile an hour before that aero started pushing this thing down, and then it just ripped. You could tell once you got to a certain speed, you could just hold it and it was nice and straight, nice and solid. Anyway, I put a link in the description to the Scorched website, and look out for the video on this thing, which was a full Scorched Parts Hebeo VTE build, and that thing went very fast. Way faster than I expected. Yes! Final run of the day. Let's go.